I love watching other people's home tours, so I thought I'd give you guys a full home tour today. I'm going to do top to bottom home tour, and I'm going to try to make it quick, and I'm really going to show you how we did this home on a super small budget. I cannot emphasize enough how we really have spent very little money in decorating and furnishing the home. In fact, this sofa and love seat are the only brand new furniture from a furniture store we've ever purchased ever. And when they delivered it, I was so excited. We've never had furniture delivered to the home. It's always IKEA or Walmart or secondhand like this table. This table I purchased about 10 years ago for $200 off of an online, it's kind of like Craigslist, and it's held up great with kids and all this stuff. I didn't care if they wrote on it or scratched it because we spent so very little on it. This buffet is another example of a great yard sale find. It was just $60, and I painted it with some Annie Sloan chalk paint in an antique white, and then finished the top in a General Finishes Java gel stain. This gel stain is my whole house. Dollar store picture frames to make that super cool clock, which I love up there. And then here in the kitchen, Java gel stain. I cannot say enough how it's just transformed this kitchen. Original, everything in our home is original 1979. The windows, everything, including this kitchen. It was horrible. It was oak and bad, and I hated it. So I stained it really easily. I mean, I had no idea what I was doing, but it turned out great. We did a backsplash. We put in this little pantry here on the right in that wall and did the lights. We took down the cabinets and did the lights above the island. All in all, it was a really inexpensive update. Here's what it looked like before. Our banister is still this color. I have gotten permission from the husband to stain it, and you can see I've started on the hallway. So slowly I'm staining all the wood in this home, this Java. I decided to stain it instead of painting it white because it's so much easier, it's so less expensive, and it's zero maintenance, no chipping with little kids, no fingerprints showing up. So I am going to paint out the chair rail and underneath like a cream, a lighter cream, so I'm painting out that wood chair rail, but all the wood in my home is going to be this dark black stain. Here is the bathroom. Again, original 1979. I painted over the flowered tile in here to sort of give it I sort of did a technique, and I can show you maybe in another video, to make it look like stone tile, and then I painted the vanity a chocolate brown and put on new handles, and that's it. That's all we really did to update this main floor bathroom. Milo's room, I just love it. It's this Pottery Barn feeling inspired room, but on a fraction of the price. All the furniture we got secondhand, including that great little toy box, which was mine when I was a little girl. I just used dollar store letters, painted them, and hot glued to the front. This is just a piece of wood that I stained and used a marker and a ruler to turn it into a ruler measuring board. It was like $5, and I attached vintage blocks to the front of the dresser using a screw and a drill to make really custom pulls. And pillows. I'm addicted to pillows, but I love these pillows. They're from HomeSense, and they give you that Pottery Barn feel, but on a fraction of the price. These are dollar store picture frames to do his art display up there, just using dollar store paint to paint them to match his room. We have the IKEA shelf underneath for his books and toys, and again, using these cars, I drilled into them and then used a screw on the inside to screw them on to have unique pulls to turn this regular plain old secondhand bed into something a little bit more custom for his room. Now you have our bedroom, really done on a small budget. You can see my bed looks like I made it with the cats and the dogs and the children in it, but I just spread out my new duvet, so it's really lumpy. My feather duvet, I probably should invest in a new one, but this room is a really small budget. We made the headboard, we made the lamps, the furniture is IKEA. This is actually a TV stand from IKEA with the matching dresser. Very, really good price for that, and it's held up really well. The lamps have just been spray painted. They were $1 each from a thrift store, and this chandelier is probably my favorite thing in the room. I found it at a yard sale for $20. I couldn't believe it when I took it apart. I found out it's a vintage Strombeck, I hope I'm saying that right. It's like a $2,000 lamps chandelier. So I love it, just spray painted it, and now it's a great piece in my room. This is our master. It is in need of a gut. This again is original. We haven't done anything to it at all, and it's very tiny, but it's functional. It works really great having our own bathroom. This was the girls' room. You can see how small it was. The girls were sharing this room after we found out we were having Milo, and now it's my husband's office, and it's great. We have this vintage, this antique clawfoot leather top desk which I refinished in the garage. Love it. We got that for a dime. And a bookshelf from IKEA with some curtains and some artwork that was really inexpensive. Really tied this room together on a really small budget. I think the big investment obviously in this room was this sectional from IKEA, but it pulls out to a bed, which is really nice because when we have company, this turns into the spare bedroom, and it's a full queen bed. And my husband has his TV in here, of course, because actually that's my TV. It was my Christmas gift, but he uses it all the time. He watches sports, and it's definitely a man cave in here for him. But it's good. He has his own space. Down here is the kids' space. This is our family room. We call it the rec room, and I don't care if it gets wrecked. The kids are playing down here all the time. One half the room is dedicated to TV watching. Obviously, we have this sectional, and we have family movies down here. We have pizza night down here. The kids watch cartoons down here. And this sectional was $200. I found it, as you probably know, off Kijiji, secondhand. I gave it a good cleaning with rubbing alcohol, and it turned out great. The kids can jump on it, they can spill on it, I don't care. We didn't cost a lot, and it's really comfortable. And then in the back half of the room, we turned it into their toy room. And just some IKEA shelving. A lot of it we actually already had. We have a little space for all their toys. The old toy room was amazing, and I miss it, but this really functions well for our family, having it here in the living room. So if we're having family movie night or something and they want to run and get a toy, they can, and it gives them their own space. Like, this living room is their space. They can feel comfortable in here, they can have their friends in here, they can make a mess in here, and it's just theirs. Down the shining hallway, it's a little spooky. On one hand, here you have the laundry room, and on the other behind here you have the Harry Potter room, which is our room under the stairs for storage. And then my daughter's room is here. Both daughters, they are 9 and 7. They just had their birthdays right now. Their birthdays are just a week apart. So 9 and 7, and it's great. I love this room, and I'm so glad we moved them down here. The IKEA shelving that we put down the middle acts as a dresser and toy storage. And it also really separates it to give the illusion like they have their own rooms, but they still have a shared space, which they love, so they're not scared, and they just love sharing a room together, but now they have a little bit more privacy. So we turned a bunk bed, we took the bottom bed out, and it's a secret hiding spot under there. We have a desk in here and a bookshelf, and Abby has, you know, her dress-up makeup, her dress-up table, and her mirror. We're on the hunt for a dresser for her to go right here. Not a dresser, a desk, sorry. To go right here for her so she can do her homework. But they love their room, and I think it really works. And one of the best parts about this decision to move them down here was they get their own bathroom, which is awesome. 2 little girls need their own bathroom. So right across the hall was this old bathroom. It was so dated, and just a little bit of paint. We painted the tile. We actually painted this horrible tile white, and it just transformed the room for really like no money. And we also painted the vanity black, which kind of pops, and then just added some black and white towels and some fabric for curtain, and it just looks like a whole new room. We put new pulls, but it was about, I think, under $250 for everything, including the mirror, the shower curtain, and all the fabric and everything to transform this room. So super small budget. We really like it. The kids love having their own bathroom. We use the same fabric that I made for the curtain. I just wrapped these dollar store canvases, and then voila, you have art for the walls. Again, super, not spending very much at all. And last but not least, we have our craft room, which is the unfinished room. You can see it's full of junk right now. It's all my purging stuff is going there. We also use it as a mud room, and it's got this great closet here for extra storage. So hopefully my dream is one day to make this the most amazing mudroom / craft room. Anyways, that's our home. See you next time.